Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Justin, your host of Next Album Please, and today we have the absolutely killer Philly Prague band, Fever Dreams. How's it going, fellas?
What it do?
It's going
Yeah,
good.
How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good. I'm actually super excited to get you on here. I am a big fan of your guys' music, and I feel like you guys are about to hit that fucking spot where you guys definitely need to be. So, for me, I want to know, like, how did you guys even get started? And anybody can answer that, so.
I guess Mike Al can take that.
Yeah,
So-
you or me?
I'll take it, I guess.
Okay,
So
go
me
ahead.
and Mike started the band. We had been like jamming and playing together
Mhm.
for a while, and Mike just started coming up with like riffs and stuff like that. And I don't know, we just started like writing a little bit. And they were like, you know what? Let's recruit some band members. So we grabbed Norman, picked him up for bass. We had a second guitarist who was in the band, is no longer in the band, and then found our way to Ray, who was our first vocalist on record, but we had another vocalist before Ray, whose name was Kevin, and that was the start of the band. Took a little bit. Honestly, it really didn't take that long to get it all sorted out, but yeah, we found our way into this lineup
Nice.
by
So the original vocalist, was he on the first record you guys had, or no? The one on
No.
Spotify? No? Okay.
no.
I was
That's
going to say,
Ray.
because it's almost exactly similar, so that's perfect. So with the name Fever Dreams, how did you guys come about that?
That's Mike.
Yeah, literally, it's like the stupidest little thing. I was just really sick one night, and I had a crazy dream, and then I woke up the next day, and we were like trying to figure out a band name for like the longest time, and I texted Alec, and I was like, "What do you think of the name Fever Dreams?" And he fucked with it, and then after that was kind of when we started recruiting everybody, like Norman, Luke, and Ray, and the band name was already like set in stone there.
Ah, perfect. Okay. So fucking being sick as shit just led you to a pretty badass name. That's cool. So each of you guys are super talented. I got to check out, like I said, the music video, which for some reason, I don't know why, usually I kind of, when I do an album review or anything like that, I go in and I try to like check out all your guys' social media just in case if I miss something, you know. And I listened to the first album, I listened to the second album, and then I finally found your YouTube, and I just want to say, I think out of the instrument wise, like, you guys are like above most of the guys your age. And the reason why I say that is because your guys' timing on tracks are fucking incredible. I really enjoy you guys going real hard, real deep, and then out of nowhere you just have this groovy ass bass line, which Norman, badass bass playing, dude. Fucking amazing. I am also a bass player, and yeah, I was like, oh dude, fuck yeah. So it for me, it's what got you guys into music to even get to this point where you guys are making some killer ass tracks.
That's crazy. That's a hard question.
Well, like Norman, what got you into playing bass?
I played. I got like guitar lessons when I was younger. I kind of like stopped doing that for a little bit, and then I don't know. My uncle gave me a bass, and I was like, maybe I'll get back into that. I don't know. I just kept doing that.
Just kept with it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was more interested in that than guitar.
Yeah,
I guess.
for me, fuck, guitar's too goddamn hard, man. I mean, bass is hard too. Like, don't get me wrong. And I just switched over. I have the Rogue series. I mean, it's nothing special or anything like that, but it's like playing guitar. I mean, I was just complete shit. But then when I started switching over to bass, it was like whatever. But also, vocalist Ray, right? You're the vocalist.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Your fucking vocals, dude. And I think I said it on the review as well. They're so like, what's the fucking word for it? Like crisp, I guess. You don't like, you do fray, but you don't crack. and it's actually astounding to me that how long have you been doing that?
Um, oh, not that long. I mean, I kind of got into doing it probably the beginning of high school by just doing some shitty covers in my
Mhm.
room. Um, and eventually worked my way up into begging the homies here to like, yo, like, give me a shot. Like, let me try it out. I know my shit before was not good, but like, let me give it a shot. I feel like I can do this. So, it all worked out. I went through a couple different variations since joining of like how I want to portray my voice. I feel like definitely now, especially with the new stuff we have coming, I feel like I found more of a direction and natural feel for my voice. Um, so even from going from our first EP to Result of a Time Lapse, our second one, there's a big difference and a nice little progression that I've noticed. I still don't think I'm that good. Like,
Oh,
Well,
shut
don't
up.
don't sell yourself short. I honestly feel that you're above most vocalists now. You're above most vocalists that have been out. So I I can definitely see the growth as well. Like you said, your first EP, I can tell you were definitely, to me, it was more the recording process. Your guys' first EP sounded good, but your second EP fucking blew that one out of the water. Like, amazingly well. And the production value on it was absolutely killer too. So, uh, yeah, so basically you just took a shot in the dark and just fucking just started screaming one day and that was it.
yeah, and then like trying to feel around like what felt right, what didn't hurt my vocal cords,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
feel you.
trying to work around that. I still playing around with things and uh, maybe looking to venture out a little more. These guys are trying to get me to like do more of like clean vocals down the road. I don't know.
Yeah, it takes time, man. It does, and once you keep going at it and going at it, you'll fucking perfect it. Not a problem. Uh, Drummer, that's if I'm trying to
That would
see,
be me.
that is you. Okay, I was wondering which one of you guys was the drummer. Okay, you your drumming, I think, keeps, in my opinion, it keeps the album on the. I mean, you. Okay, let me backtrack here. You are the reason the timing on this album is so fucking perfect, and
For
it
sure.
it has a lot to do with the other instruments as well. It's not cutting them short at all. I mean, you guys are all fantastic artists, but your drumming, it's that stop and go motion that you have in some of your beats. It's fucking killer, dude. Like, where did you learn to drum?
Um, well, I started drumming in like third grade doing like school concert, but I didn't start playing drum set until like sixth grade. And for a little while, like it sucked. Like school bands were whack. Uh, a lot of the teachers that I had in school just didn't get me excited about drumming and didn't
Yeah.
really like want to teach me the instrument. And I feel like I really started getting into it. I started taking lessons at this music school. Not like a music school, like a kind of like a rock school deal, like, but I was taking lessons there, and that environment was just awesome because they were just good people that were more into music, and that's when I like started just enjoying playing the drums more. And that was like around like seventh or eighth grade. I don't know how old I, maybe like 13, when I like really like started getting excited about playing and having more fun with it.
Yeah.
And getting excited about learning harder songs and like different grooves. And then joining Fever Dreams was when I really started to like say like, all right, I know I need to practice all the time now and try to like actually, get better at
Yeah.
my instrument.
And that's the thing too, to the listeners out there and the people watching the video. if you're in school, whether it's high school or college, and you have a teacher that doesn't like I don't know, excite you or make you excited about music, you need to completely ignore that, and you have to find the drive on your own. Because if you don't do that, like if you would have solely looked at the teacher and thought, okay, this person isn't exciting me, that means drums aren't exciting, you would have never went with it. Like you had to go with your own gut, you had to go with your own thing. So it I highly I could not stand my fucking guitar teacher. I hated her in high school, and she was the only fucking one. And she told me that metal will never get anybody anywhere. She told me that now this is back. Let's see, this is back when Killswitch Engage first started getting big. Okay, Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, all those bands. Oh, and a big one is As I Lay Dying. She told me that in 5 years those bands would be nothing. They would be wiped off this earth. So you can't, yeah, you cannot listen to people when they tell you, because oh man, it's so shitty. But and then I don't even think she works anymore. So I told her, like, if I ever see her, I'm gonna tell her no, she was fucking wiped off the face of the earth. So now, Mike, for the guitarist, man, your guitar playing is absolutely fine-tuned as well. What got you started on that?
Really, like I've been playing guitar like on and off like since I was probably like 10 or 11, and then I really started playing when I was like 13, because there was a different band that Alec was in at the time, and he asked me if I played guitar, and I completely bullshitted because I did not play guitar really, and I said yeah, and he was like, all right, like come and meet the other guitarists, and you guys can like get together and start to like do stuff. And when I got there and met the other guitarist, he was like, all right, show me what you got. And I didn't even know how to fucking use a pick at the time. Like it was like terrible.
Oh shit.
And then it was and then that was actually how me and Alec really started like I went to that same music school that Alec went to, and that's how I like really started picking up the guitar. I had this like awesome guitar teacher, Brian, for a while, who like he was sick. Like he taught me how to like play any song that I wanted to play, but he didn't really like teach me anything about the guitar.
Yeah.
And then I switched over to a different guitar teacher named Pat, and he was amazing. Like he was fucking awesome. He taught me like everything from like basic theory to like how to like sweep pick, like literally like anything that like a young guitarist like wants to learn how to do. Like,
yeah.
Every young guitarist sees like someone do like a fucking 3-string sweep, and it's like the coolest shit in the world. And I was just like, please teach me.
So
yeah.
So you went. How old were you? How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
21.
So you went from 13, not knowing how to hold a pick, to fucking 21, producing the shit you are now. It's like fucking mind blowing. So good job to you, dude. Like I'm glad that you guys, every one of you guys individually, I'm glad that you guys stuck with it, because I feel like I am literally talking to a band that could be just as big as Chelsea Grin, or probably, you know, just other bands out there that honestly, when I listen to your shit, I know it's nothing. It's hard for me to explain this. Like it's nothing like Chelsea, but when I hear you guys, I'm like, fuck, dude, they're so good. And out of metal, like Chelsea Grin is like my favorite fucking thing ever. And I literally feel like you guys are on par. Like, so I'm looking forward to what you guys have. Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, you guys are coming up pretty big and pretty fast. I think that the future is super bright for you guys. So, working on the result of a time lapse, and between what you guys like put out there, what made you guys go with an EP rather than a full-blown album?
Honestly, people not
writing's
having
hard.
the attention span to people, to a couple of reasons. One, I feel like, including myself, people don't have the attention span to listen to a full-blown 12-track album these days.
Yeah.
Like, I get 3 songs in, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to this anymore, even though it's fucking amazing. Like, and like Alex said, it's fucking hard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very hard.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think another one of the reasons is just well, yeah, I mean, we haven't written enough music to have a full length in the first place, so that's one thing. But on the other hand, I always felt that, like, especially now, like an album it's like a lot of commitment to like a certain thing and like a certain sound or whatever. And we were definitely, and still are, not, we haven't even fully gotten past it, but we're still trying to like figure out our sound and
Absolutely.
you know, the kind of music that we want to make. And putting out, I always appreciated like short EPs, short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were able to capture everything we wanted to with those EPs that we've put out. I think they were the right length for those projects. And I keep saying to the guys, like, I'm dreaming of the day when we can put together like a full length album that really is just cohesive and works.
Yeah.
But I don't want to feel pressured to write an album just because that's the standard or whatever. I want to put out music the way that the way that it comes to us, you know, like
Yeah,
the
basically
natural
what
way.
you guys want to do. And that's how it should be. It should always be you guys first. Never let anybody tell you should put your fans first, because fuck that. I'm sorry to say it, but fans, like, yeah, they do make, you know, you bigger, you make you money, blah blah blah. But if you're not fucking happy, what's the point? So I think that the way you worded that was perfect. I think that type of thinking is perfect. So I wish that there was more to that EP, because I didn't want it to stop. That's the only. I was just being fucking selfish. By the time
well.
you know you got to the end, you're like, okay, why does it stop? Like, well, come on, what the fuck, you know? And
Well,
that's
it's
just
supposed to be played on a loop. You're supposed to just have it on repeat.
and that's what I did have it on. But
That was the whole idea. We wanted to write something that we had this. It didn't like, I don't know if it like completely came out the way we were thinking, but we wanted it to like have like a sense of like a perpetual motion, where just like a, like, I don't know if that's the right expression
no.
for it, but, like,
That's right. You're right. You wanted it to be able to listen to it all the way through, and almost seamlessly it just keeps going, you know. And that it did do that. I will give you that. It was great execution when it comes to that. But like I said, when you have someone like myself or another person that does this, you know, so much, listens to so much music, you can tell. You're like, oh, okay, damn, that was the last song, and it sucks for me because I'm selfish. That's the only reason. No other reason why. That's it. But I think that the EP was perfect. And I don't know if you guys saw on. I had posted on Instagram that Spotify does this thing at the end of the year, how many plays you got or whatever, and all that stuff. I listened to 432 different genres this year, and
Wow.
on the top 20, I think the top 20 songs, you guys were on it. So I listened to it that fucking much, and I think it was Shotgun.
damn.
Shotgun was on it, and I listened to it that much. yeah, it's
Is that your favorite one?
oh yeah, hands down is my favorite track that you guys have. They're all great, but that one just hits. I think it's the middle of the song where it gets real fucking groovy is where I absolutely love it. So you guys
That was a crazy moment when we wrote that. Like, the way this EP came together, it like the first song, second song, we wrote everything in that order. And I really feel like when we wrote that part, that was like a big like breakthrough in the writing process, where we were like, the first track was like heavy, like pretty much the whole time. The beginning of Shotgun, Swallow Shotgun, is heavy as shit, and then it breaks right there, and we just like found the weird aspect of things.
I think that's what gave you guys the Prague title, I guess, because to me, if you took out those parts, to me, you're more, like I said, like a deathcore like kind of feel to it. But I mean, and that's what I enjoy more. I love Prague as well. Don't get me wrong, and but that's the thing too, is like when you guys got to that point and you guys started doing the groovier bits and stuff, it it gives the listener like a breather almost, for especially people that aren't into metal like hardcore. It gives them a breather, and it was perfectly timed. And I think it's probably one of my favorite bass lines. That one, and there's a song where you guys all stop, and I think Norman, you play, right? You do a speed playthrough of something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you do a bass line where it's just you by yourself, and then all of a sudden you guys come in. So that part right there is pretty sick too. But I think that's a different song. I get them mixed up, but you guys kept the tone from your first self-titled album, but the production, even though it was clean, it wasn't as tight and clean. And I want to say that your next album definitely, like I said before, definitely blew that one out of the water. Like, what is your guys' writing process? What is the creativity process that you guys have now compared to what you guys used to do? Like, because it's a big step. You guys definitely went a whole different direction while staying in the same direction, I guess you could say. Kind of confusing, but it's how did you guys do it? Like, what is your guys' writing process like?
Been just like all around, like the whole process of the progression.
Yeah, like how do you guys sit down and how do you write? Does like somebody come up with a line and then you guys build on it, or do you guys have these set ideas? How does it work?
The difference between
I like it used to be like it's different all the time. Like sometimes one of us will have like one line that we write, and then it's like shit, like that's sick. Let's hop on that and let's like write a whole song off that. And then like other times, like the first track on the second EP, Alec wrote that whole song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you were saying, Norman?
The difference between like I guess like the first release and the second one is really like the first one, like pretty much that whole thing was like already made by like Mike. Mike really like wrote like had like a bunch of stuff already. So when like we became a band, it was kind of just like, all right, I have like all this stuff, and like, you know, maybe you'd add like a little bit here, like change some stuff up. But the second one, it was more of like a everybody like we would come together and like write it together, whereas like the first one, it was more like way more Mike.
So like the first one, you guys had basically an outline already written in front of you. The second one is like, that's where your guys' creative process really, for everybody in the band, you guys that were able to get together and really come out with something even crazier. So to me, like hearing that's fucking impressive. Not very many bands can do that. Like and I know you guys know this too, is most bands, only one person writes or two. That's normally how it goes. Most bands out there nowadays, it's always like the one guitarist that's like, yeah, I write everything. I tell the drummer what to do. I tell the bassist what to do. It's normally like that. So for you guys to collectively come together, I think that's why it sounded better. And don't get me wrong, that first fucking EP, it's killer, dude. Like, it's fucking killer. It's just that the second EP, it just, to me, it just, everything sounded more tighter, sounded like you guys grew as a group. So that's basically what you guys do, is each and everybody like gets together and produces something.
Yeah, like the first release too, there's like a big difference between that and like the second one. Like the first one, we did that in a bedroom. Like we did that on a friend's laptop and an Axe Effects and
Really?
like, and then like
Not the
drums we did at Alex College. We did them because we had like, he has like free access to the studios because he goes to the school, so we did the drums there, and then we did all the guitars and vocals in our friend Victor's bedroom. He recorded the first one, and then the second EP we went to a studio. Like we went to like a full blown like like a high end
We
studio.
went to Backroom,
Yeah, we went to
Backroom
Backroom
Studios
Studio.
in New Jersey,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and we had like it was like a full production. We worked with our producer, Mikhail, who we love him so much, and had
Shout
like
out
the best
Mikhail.
time in the world recording the second one.
Nice, nice. I would never have guessed you recorded that first one in a bedroom. So whatever you guys did, you guys made it sound good.
Yeah, we recorded the
It
first
was
one with,
pretty
with
wild.
our good friend Victor too, and it was like
Yeah.
our first experience recording. None of us had ever recorded anything ever before.
Yeah.
That was one of Victor's first times recording a band as well. So all of us collectively were very new to that entire process. So yeah, recording the drums, that was interesting, and recording the guitars and everything was really cool. It went really, really smoothly, all things considered. But the second time around, we had definitely learned a lot and kind of like had a little bit of a better idea of like how we wanted to approach it. And I think next time we go and record, it's going to be even better than that.
Nice. And
The idea is to like one up
Yeah.
ourselves every time.
yeah, that's like the best way to even do it. I mean, if you're just trying to go for that same thing every time, it's just going to get boring. So, now I talked to you guys a little bit before the podcast started, and I want to know who is the guest vocalist on Slanted Cloud.
Peter Rono.
Okay,
Yeah.
is he in a band by chance or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the vocalist of Kanashi.
You need to listen
Okay,
to
I'm.
Kanashi.
One of you
yeah,
guys send me that.
Really bad.
Yeah, one of you
Like,
guys
if-
send me that after this podcast, please, because when I first heard him, I went like, "Oh shit!" Like, what was that? You know, to me, his vocals are so different that it gave this type of, I don't know, like vibe to your track, and I loved it. It was really good. So definitely send me that.
Yeah, if you like us, you'll definitely love them.
I'll
And you're
I'll check
100% like,
Yeah, they're some of our best friends.
Nice, and it's good to
that
have
we
bands
connect
like
through
that. It's good to have bands where you get to play together and stuff like that. I played in a band called Death to the Archetype. I was with them for about 6 years. We didn't really make it out of California. We did a California tour with A Plea for Purging, and then that was basically it because the drummer was only 15 and we were all in our 20s, and the parents finally got pissed off. They were like, he needs to go to school, and so couldn't find another drummer. California kind of sucks when it comes to music, but yeah. So I saw on your guys' Instagram, I was going through kind of like what you guys done, what you guys have accomplished already. How was it to perform with the number 12 Looks Like You?
That was fucking insane. Like, that was awesome. Yeah.
That right there, number 12 is probably, I mean, I got a lot of fucking favorite bands. I can't really say favorite, bands all the time, but to say that you played with them is pretty fucking sick. So are you guys having, I know 2020's kind of shut everything down, but are you guys planning on touring or maybe even playing more live shows and stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
we were
like all
supposed
we
to
really
go-
want to do.
Supposed to go on
We-
tour this year.
Yeah. Like planning stuff out.
Yeah.
Like we were planning stuff out even last year, and last year like none of it ever came to fruition. Like we never were able to actually land something that was gonna put us out there and put us on the road. And then this year we were like, all right, this year we have to do something. And then March rolled around and the news was blowing up about COVID. Fuck.
Yeah, it definitely put a damper on everybody's plans, but I only see once this is all settled and done, bands like yourself are going to come out, and everybody's going to come out fucking hard. It's going to be a very interesting 2021, I think. With that, are you guys planning on doing a whole United States tour? I know you guys are on the younger side of the band wise. But I honestly, in my opinion, I could see you guys doing something like that, because if you guys ever fucking come to California, just please let me know. I don't care where, I will be there. I live in the middle of California, so I can go either way. But are you guys planning on doing something like that?
Oh, we would love to.
Yeah.
We don't have like concrete plans right now.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to say.
It sucks because like we would like if we did a tour, we'd probably only do just to like get ourselves moving. It would be it'd be really hard to plan like a full US and like have bands come on that would like either like want to do the full tour with us, or have bands in other states, like if we were doing it on our own, like want to play with us and everything like that. Like it's just like a lot to take in across like at least like 30 or 40 states.
Yeah, it once you guys get to that point, I think you guys are going to be at this level where you guys know who Knocked Loose is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knocked Loose, when they first started touring and stuff, they did exactly how you said. They did the little smaller end first, and then they kind of branched out. I honestly feel like I do not regret my statement about saying that you guys are going to be as big as Chelsea. I think you guys are going to be growing up as fast as Knocked Loose, because Knocked Loose came out of fucking nowhere and then just blew up. I think that the listeners that are listening and the people watching, you definitely need to check these guys out, because you're missing out if you don't. You're getting the most heaviest, funkiest fucking like lines I've ever heard, and it just gets better and better, especially from first EP to second. Now, I tend to ask my bands this because artists, I ask my rappers this too, but have you guys? I have a story for this. I was wondering if you guys do. Have you guys ever gotten in trouble as a band?
No.
No?
think so.
Oh, good for you,
No,
because
not
it's
really.
coming. It'll happen, trust me. I think your
I think we've had
audio's
some,
cutting
like-
out.
Right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, we've had some interesting experiences, but no, I wouldn't say anything that would count as like us being in trouble. Like,
We should have.
I don't know, but maybe once we get on tour,
Yeah, right?
some
It's
more
okay to get in a little trouble,
stuff
especially for metal bands. I mean, because it's fucking boring to be on the road sometimes, For us, it was my drummer. He did something. We ended up getting pulled over, but there was 13 of us in a van, and we have people that are like with us and stuff like that. And it's like we got pulled over. I had the fattest ticket ever. It was the shittiest thing. And then we had to leave the people on the side of the road and go to a hotel, drop people off, come back, pick them up, go back again, and they're just sitting on the side of the freeway. So those things are all fun though, because they build you as a band. So I look forward to your guys' future. But we're getting a little short on time here, and I just want to know what's next for you guys. Please tell me you're coming up with some sort of EP or album soon, maybe, or probably
So,
EP,
yeah,
right?
You can expect new music very soon. We have 2 songs coming out, and they're nothing like anything else we put out. Like, very, very different.
Nice.
I can promise you, they don't sound like anything that we put
Yeah,
out before
It's
at all.
if you were like,
But we're
into the
really excited
really-
about those songs. They're definitely like 2 of the most important songs that I think we wrote as a band, and they're gonna kind of serve as like a kind of like a little follow-up from the last EP. We recorded them with the last EP, but we wrote them differently, so we planned the whole time to release them different.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, that's gonna be coming really soon, and a music video.
Oh, sweet. All right. These
And
are
a
definitely
playthrough.
and a playthrough. Okay, cool. I like those. I actually really enjoy the playthroughs. Hopefully everybody that's listening and watching, you guys, please go check them out. Give them some love. Shoot your guys' plug. Let me know. Let me. I already know where to find you. Let the people know where to find you guys. Instagram, anything you guys have.
Yeah, we're on
Instagram.
Instagram, We're on Spotify, Facebook. We have a Twitter. I think we're on most things. You can find us. It's either like Fever Dreams Band or Fever Dreams PA is the tag for most of them. Yeah.
Awesome, you guys. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. Also, future-wise, just keep killing it. Keep writing. I mean, I know you guys are, man. Every single one of you are extremely talented. Vocally, fucking keep what you're doing, dude, because your vocals are definitely different than most. Your mids are probably one of the top mids I've ever heard, and I've been listening to music for fucking ever. I'm telling you right now, your mid vocal range is fucking killer. Mike, your guitar work, obviously, I mean, it speaks for itself. Also, you, Norman, your bass playing speaks for itself, and your drumming, dude. It's like, as long as you guys keep this writing process that you guys have, you guys are going to definitely only produce fucking golden material. So I look forward for the future for you guys. And yeah, listeners and people watching, until next episode, we'll see you Monday. All right, see you guys.
I can't